I'll see you later, right?
Yep.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I am sorry for my tardiness. Apparently, BGE has downtown on lockdown right now with traffic. I am very proud to be here today to sign this monumental legislation establishing Baltimore's first permanent Office of LGBTQ Affairs. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank Councilman Chris Burnett for sponsoring and leading on this effort, which fulfills one of my promises to create this office that we know is direly needed here in Baltimore. I want to also thank Baltimore Safe Haven, the Pride Center of Maryland, Free State Justice, all the members of our LGBTQ Commission, and all of our community advocates for their work and advocacy on behalf of our LGBTQ community and all of Baltimore. This is an important day for our city. I know, and we know, that many members of our LGBTQ community still face many barriers and challenges when it comes to unemployment, housing, healthcare, safety, and much more. As mayor, I am committed to doing the tough work of making sure that we can end discrimination against our LGBTQ community in every way that we can and continue to break down barriers so that our residents can thrive in our city. This is just the first step, and this is a monumental for our residents who deserve to see themselves adequately represented in their government, and I am proud to assist in making this a reality. Although today is the last day of Pride Month, I'm excited that the work of our LGBTQ equality will continue here in Baltimore every month, every day, every hour of the year. So with that, I will now first sign Bill 21-0019, Baltimore Office of LGBTQ Affairs into law, and then I will turn it over to you, Mr. Councilman. All right. Smile, people. Congratulations.
I'll keep it short and sweet. This is the first step along a journey for better representation in government, in the halls of power and the decision-making process. And we have a long way to go, but this is that important first step. It's an honor to work with all of you to bring this to fruition so that we can make sure that regardless of who the mayor is, regardless of who the council is, that there is representation in City Hall, that the voices are heard, and that resources are being allocated to support this community. So I'm looking forward to continuing our work. To whether that's funding, housing, safety, everything that we know is needed every day to bring that to fruition. But that first step is creating an office, making it permanent, staffing it, funding it, and making sure that people know where to go when they need help and they need those resources. So it's an honor and a privilege to be here. Thank you, Mayor Scott, for your support for this legislation. And I look forward to continuing to work. Let's get our hands dirty and keep on pushing. Sarah?
All right. Thank you. Anybody? Ma'am, want to say something?
History being made here today. I thank you, Mayor.
All right.
Always, I love you for even making this step.
This is the beginning of a first important chapter, and I'm pleased and honored to be here today because we knew that it needed to be codified, and I thank you for your leadership, and I thank you all for this milestone. This will stand us apart compared to many other jurisdictions, but I think that it sends a message to have a city that has an office geared towards protecting all of its citizens. So thank you.
You know, the last thing I will say is that the councilman brings up a point that we talk about a lot that doesn't get talked about enough outside of elected officials. When you're in a position, especially like the councilman, it's important that the things that you care about that you work on to make sure that they last longer than you.
Yeah.
You can't just be something that's valued while you're there because we're not always going to be here. We know that our job is to do these things so they don't have to be done again and that folks can just continue to build on that work. So thank you, sir, and thank you, everybody.